So yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and open it.
You want me to put the mask back on?
Yes, it's very important.
Now let's go to the Oscars, Tracey. What time are you picking me up?
Uh-oh, Leslie, someone did not read the memo. The Oscars are not tonight. They're on March 27th. This morning, we just announced the nominees.
Vicky Vale.
Bruce Wayne.
And what do you do for a living?
When they're extraterritorial, what's it?
Extraterrestrial being.
Yeah, when they come, they'll probably come in secret, won't they?
Undoubtedly.
Jabba ruled with fear. I intend to rule with respect.
This Organized Chaos podcast is brought to you by JEMS Art Studio. JEMS Art Studio is an online store that allows access to prints that you can use for most anything, obviously as just a picture, or as a wallpaper, or as a bookmark, or anything you can think of. You can find JEMS Art Studio at etsy.com/shop/JEMS Art Studio. This podcast is also brought to you by listeners like you. Thank you. Hello and welcome to another Organized Chaos podcast. You are once again listening to the greatest single episode of any podcast ever. We're outdoing ourselves. Bobby. Well, no. Wait, Bobby? Where'd Bobby go? Who are you, sir?
No, it is I, Bobby.
But your face, you look different.
Well, yeah, this is a wrestling mask.
Oh, I thought maybe you'd had plastic surgery or something.
No. Well, I mean, I fell into a chemical vat.
Oh, okay. Well, speaking of chemical vats, we are talking about Batman 89 today.
We are.
Yeah, we'll be slowly creeping through the old school Batman series, I guess.
I guess the second run almost, because
yeah.
Adam West still had a few movies. I think he had like one or maybe
he had
two.
one live action one, but then he has animated sequels. I think he has 2 animated sequels.
Like with the giant bat bomb, you can never get rid of a bomb.
Shark repellent is the most important thing. Shark repellent. But we also have some Appreciating Great Trash with Morons from Outer Space. I think this is the first British entry into Appreciating Great Trash.
It might be.
One. Yeah.
It definitely was wacky.
Yeah. And then we're going to be closing off with the last couple episodes of Book of Boba Fett, which, I have opinions on. Opinions.
Weren't bad. However.
But, a couple of things did happen since last podcast. First of all, I think it was yesterday or the day before it was announced that Ivan Reitman had died.
Yeah.
Which sucks, because he is definitely one of my favorite comedy directors. His later works weren't great, but God, he has so many classics. And I was just thinking Bobby and I could bring up like one of his maybe a bit more underrated movies that we each have an underrated pick that we recommend you guys check out. Bobby, which one do you have?
I'd definitely have to go with Stripes.
Yeah, Stripes is awesome. Pre-Ghostbusters, Bill Murray and Harold Ramis. So much fun.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely were a little bit more raunchier.
Oh, yeah.
Like, kind of not afraid to, like, go for that, like, low-hanging fruit humor. Even the whole movie with a lot of it is, but it kind of wrapped up with a lot of great antidotes that a lot of other 80s movies did with, like, the little character bios at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Where it told you which character would do at the end. And I mean, still to this day, I'm absolutely curious and want a Hulkaburger.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't you? Sergeant Hulka?
Maybe. It's been a long time since I've seen that. Like, I'm 99% sure John Candy's also in that one. But,
yeah, he is. Yeah. He plays Ox, Dewey Oxburger.
Okay, yeah, but I remember thoroughly enjoying that.
Yeah, I think he was on the like a tiger beat at the end.
Nice.
Yeah.
But my recommendation would actually be Legal Eagles, which is another movie I haven't seen in forever. And no, not Legal Eagle, the YouTube channel, but the actual movie Legal Eagles with Robert Redford and Deborah Winger. I haven't seen him forever,
but the YouTube channel,
thoroughly enjoying it.
Oh, sorry, not to cut you off, but that YouTube channel, he is a lawyer, but do not take legal advice through YouTube. That's just bad legal advice. Even he would tell you that.
Yeah, although you should take medical advice through YouTube.
Yeah.
The Joe Rogan podcast that I've heard is really good at that.
3 in a row now.
Advisory: do not actually take medical advice from YouTube and the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah. We are not doctors.
No. But yeah,
or pharmacists.
Those are just, if you have time, go check out those movies. They are classics. That honestly nobody talks about. Everybody talks about Ghostbusters. Everybody talks about Twins, Kindergarten Cop. But he's got a lot of great movies that you should check out. Something else that was that came in was we found out why Bob Saget died, and I'm not gonna lie, this is super tragic. It seems as though at some point during the day he hit his head. It was more severe than he thought, and he died in his sleep. Which, oh my God, how many times have we had like a headache and we just went to sleep? And it sounds like that's kind of what happened to him. And just something got messed up, and
it's truly something weird because it's like it could literally happen. To anybody.
Yeah, it's just that is just unbelievably tragic.
Yeah, I'm taking this thing off.
Well, no, you need to wear it the whole time. Continuity, Bobby. Continuity. Oh, there's your face. Hey, Bobby's back, guys. Bobby's here.
It was all for the joke. I couldn't keep that on anymore. It was getting hot.
But we actually got a request. Not only this, we've gotten requests for the podcast, but we actually got requests on the actual YouTube comments for the podcast, which I'm really happy about. Please put your request below. We will discuss what you want.
And obviously, as seen, we will answer them.
Yes. But the request was to discuss the Oscar nominations, and
Well, who was it who made the request?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let me dig it up.
I mean, I'm sure they'd like to. I mean, I'm curious.
It was Anton AK47. Thank you, Anton.
Yes, thanks, Anton.
Let me dig up. Oh, yes. So, I'm not going to lie. So, the Academy Awards were announced last week. I should be able to see when the announcement. Tuesday, February 8th. Yeah. Not long after our last episode. Yeah. And I used to keep, on point with these Oscars stuff. Because I used to write for the newspaper my Oscar predictions. So I'd be like, oh, what are the nominations? And these are the movies I need to get on top of. And this announcement literally happened, and I didn't even know they were doing it. It felt weird. I'm not going to lie. A lot of these movies I haven't seen. Well, Best Picture, I've seen Dune. I've seen Don't Look Up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't seen a lot. There's a lot of these movies I actually do want to see. Well, I will say, just looking at Best Picture, Nightmare Alley was one I seriously thought about going to see and didn't. West Side Story was kind of in the same boat. Did you see that one?
No. I've seen the original West Side Story, so I really, I mean, Spielberg's great and all, but I don't. Hollywood doesn't make those type of movies anymore.
No.
For a good reason, because they would rely. I can't say for anything West Side Story because I have kind of made it a point not to try to look at any parts of it or clips from it or anything, so I'm completely blind to it. But I think that movies that were done of old musicals or stage shows from that almost golden era of Hollywood and on up to maybe the 80s when we started, and maybe 70s when they started leaning more towards action films, you know, when Hollywood was shelling that out. But back when they were still doing those big productions where they occupied a whole soundstage and every set was built. Like, even those big open ones, like if they needed a shot of an inside of an opera house, they would have just fucking built the opera house, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that. Or gone to one and filmed inside of it. But I don't know, for a lot of those like stage production shows, I feel that they need to have their own world kind of contained within the stage, if you will, or the frame. And I could see Spielberg doing it, but kind of relying way too much on special effects, which would take away from that world being there.
I don't know.
At least through my perception of it.
I know, I don't know. I think Spielberg, there's, like, I haven't seen it, so I don't know, but I think there's a decent chance he would probably do okay with that idea. Because I know, God, the movie that always pops in my head, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So much bad green screen. But that was all the reports I read, that was George Lucas pushing for that hard. He was like, we gotta do it this way. It was like Spielberg and Harrison Ford were a bit more kind of like, hey, let's get some sets, and Lucas was like, no, this will look great. This will age perfectly. It didn't.
Yeah. I mean, that's still the man who's responsible for Jar Jar Binks and missing out on the potential on making him the best Sith Lord of all time.
Yeah, you're not wrong. He is the man responsible for Star Wars, period. So,
yeah, good and bad.
Yeah,
he is responsible.
I'm not. He's like.
He's also partially responsible for Howard the Duck.
Yeah. I remember before...
Not creatively, just to film.
Yeah, before
just to film.
Before Star Wars, he also did like American Graffiti and THX, which are both pretty damn good movies.
Yeah, THX is kind of fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a super low budget movie, but yeah, that was worth checking out too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, there's several movies on here. I know I saw something else. Obviously, yeah, Nightmare Alley is Guillermo del Toro, which that is worth watching. I will definitely check that out at some point.
Yeah, I will eventually get to it. Just how I'll eventually get to his interpretation of scary stories. I've been meaning to.
Well, that's not. I'm pretty sure you just.
I think a lot of it.
Too.
I think with that is just I have the certain nostalgic memory of reading the books, and I think maybe I'll live it up too much in my head. Like, remember it being like as scary as it was when I first read it when I was like in first and second grade. But
one thing I will note is Andrew Garfield was nominated for Tick Tick Boom, which I've seen a trailer for. I don't know much about it outside the trailer.
Wait. There's a film called Tick Tick Boom.
Yeah. I believe it's a semi-musical. It's
a musical.
Yeah, well, I believe all the music is diegetic in it, because I believe what it is essentially it's about a guy who's writing a play, but he's been doing it for years. And he just doesn't have the guts to actually put it out there, so he just keeps on working on this play. You know.
Okay.
And probably the scene I remember most from the trailer was that like a therapist or somebody saying, "Have you ever thought about the fact that maybe you're just scared to release this?" And his response was just like, "Yes." But yeah, I will say that looks good.
Yeah, I didn't even know Garfield was in that picture. Like,
but yeah, like I said,
because that sounds like something I'd be interested to watch. Mm-hmm. Like, I would actually go see that, even like if it was for the show or not.
That's the thing. I'm 99% sure that is actually just a Netflix movie.
Huh.
Oh, here we go. It is a biographical musical drama directed by Lin-Manuel Miranda. Okay. Feature film directorial debut. Okay.
So,
I don't know. Does that guy have any experience with musicals?
I guess we'll have to check it out.
No, it could be good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It could be.
Are we ready to move on to the main event? Batman 89.
Oh, well, yeah, okay.
Yes, Batman 1989. It seemed like a good idea with the new Batman movie coming out at the beginning of next month, March 4th, I believe. Let's talk about some Batman movies. There's a couple to choose from.
There's a couple of different routes we could have gone to. As we had discussed last week.
I was mainly focused on either doing these ones or the Nolan ones. But yeah, I didn't even think about maybe doing the Adam West trilogy. There's more Batman movies come out, I'm sure.
I believe those are all like the animated ones, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, there's one live action and 2 animated ones for the Adam West series. Yeah. And I've seen the live action one, but I haven't seen the animated ones. I believe it's William Shatner that plays Two-Face in the last one of those. Which I'm not gonna lie, that sounds awesome.
Sweet magic.
Did you see William Shatner in the episode of Star Trek?
Your fate.
Good Kirk
Your
and
fate
evil Kirk?
is up to the coin. What? Willem.
I don't think you're pausing enough.
I don't think I have quite the gusto for it.
You have to over-enunciate every syllable.
Well, I mean, I am giving the performance sitting down, so I'm already doing at least 25% of Kirk's job.
Hey, there you go.
Because how many important scenes of dialogue did he give from that captain's chair?
2? Batman 89.
Yes.
One thing, watching the beginning of this, one thing that always gets me is the beginning is essentially we open up on Gotham City, and there's a mother and father with their son trying to get through town. And my brain's always thinking, oh, it's the Batman origin.
Oh, cool.
But it's not.
This again.
It's not. It's kind of a nice little subversion.
Well, it is. It is, though. Like, we do see it kind of tethered throughout the entire picture, but like we don't get it as it's been depicted so much in the past and thereforth. Like, I think since this movie, and I believe in the next one in Batman Returns, as well as Forever and Batman and Robin, we get a replay of it in all 3 of those movies, if I'm not mistaken.
We'll find out soon. I'm 99%
we'll find
sure.
out. Yeah, it's been
Batman
a
Forever
long
absolutely
time.
does. The other ones I'm not as sure about, but it's possible.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we get some flashback of it, but maybe not the the pearls and all. But I mean, I know that I think maybe it's Returns that we don't get it, because that one more focuses on Cobblepot.
Yeah, that's a whole separate.
Like, the only thing really I remember about the only thing I really remember about Batman and Robin is obviously the Bat card.
Oh God.
And the ice puns and that goddamned guard and the acid. No, that was Forever.
Yeah. God, that delivery.
The bank guard. And
we'll get to these.
Sorry. I just got really angry about that man in that vault.
But I don't know. Like the bait and switch at the beginning of this, where it really looks like Batman's origin, but it's not. I almost feel like it's Tim Burton's psychic, because when this came out, the general audience can't be burnt out. This is like subverting the Batman fans that know the origin.
Well, yeah, but he's also trying to attract in your casual audience goer. Because this was summer, right?
I think
when it was released.
I don't know the exact date. I want to say June '89.
So, yeah, probably a summer release then. Yeah. I mean, you gotta get your average moviegoer in there, who is like, hey, that's like a superhero. I'll check it out. You know what I mean? Like, hey, Tim Burton did Batman. He did a Beetlejuice. That was all right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm kind of making everyone sound very valley because it was
like
the 80s.
Totally. Like Beetlejuice was all right.
Like, I ordered a pizza to history class.
June 23rd. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you had me. You threw me down a hole. I had to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah. So summer release, definitely.
Oh,
so
yeah.
They definitely were good. Well, Yeah, here's a fun little thing I found while like up through, of course, just watching it and just kept thinking to myself, this is like the best Batman movie that's ever been made. Just like, just reliving it and having the joy. Did you know that there were 3 potential actors for the Joker?
Yeah.
Other than there was about 4, like including Robin.
Yeah, I was about
Williams.
to say I have a story about one of them. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I saw your note in that, but I kind of went back to remember where I had found it, and I'd found it right before we started recording today. The 3 other actors first considered for the Joker in this picture were Tim Burton, David Bowie, and John Lithgow.
Those would all be very different, but good. What was the first one again? Tim
Curry.
No, those are all great choices. They will involve them very different, though.
I'm just thinking of David Bowie. Bowie, but I could only see Bowie kind of playing it like Cesar Romero, which I know that everyone in the fan base at that time was just really tired and kind of wanted to get away from that Adam West campiness. Just as like why there was that outrage that Keaton was cast, because he had done comedies. He had done one of my favorite comedies of his, Johnny Dangerously. Have you ever seen that? Oh, it's beautiful.
Well, I'm a Michael Keaton fan, so we can put that in the podcast notes.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
So yeah, those. I think those are all interesting. I think David Bowie could have been interesting, but at the same time, I definitely think everybody else has way more chops to handle the role. Tim Curry would have been outlandish, but almost certainly good. And John Lithgow could be super menacing.
Well, I mean, let's not forget probably his best turn as a villain, which I think has to be on Dexter.
God, yeah, he was easily.
I can't think of anything else comparable. I mean, I've seen him play the bad guy before. I've never seen him play the Trinity before.
Well, Dexter had some good villains. None of them compared to Trinity. Oh my God.
And it had a lot of shitty seasons,
yes, it did.
Too,
it had plenty of hit and miss, but Trinity was a hit. Speaking of serial killers, we have some more. Besides John Lithgow, David Bowie, and Tim Curry. God, Tim Curry's always good.
Sweet. Yeah, think about Mr. Halkama Homolka.
But Jack Nicholson was actually hesitant to take on this role.
Yeah.
So the studio offered it to Robin Williams, and Robin Williams said, "Sounds like fun. Cool.
Fuck yes.
I'll do the Joker." And then the producers went to Jack Nicholson and said,
"Fuck yeah."
Williams was going to take it if he didn't. So then Jack Nicholson took it. And Williams was fucking pissed. Because he was just told he would play the fucking Joker. I get it.
Yeah.
So
I'd be pretty fucking livid myself.
Yeah. I mean, fuck, the Joker, that's a fun role. Shit. So Williams later on refused to play the Riddler, and then he won't be involved in any Warner Brothers project until the studio apologized, which I'm not sure if they ever did or not. He probably did do
Hook.
He did Hook? Okay.
Hook was Warner Brothers.
So that's probably when they had to apologize.
Yeah, that's when he walked in. He probably pointed at the biggest execs like, "We'll start the ass kissing with you."
Well, that's such a shitty move. Don't say he can have the role and then offer it to somebody else. Jesus.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if there was any animosity between him and Jack. I can't see there being any.
I don't know if there was. Well, it all depends how the studio phrased it. If the studio said they gave him the role, then it's kind of shitty of Jack. If the studio just told Nicholson they offered him the role, then
or said he's going to take it if you won't. Yeah. And I'm sure, if anything, I'm sure I could only imagine Jack just being like, it's wrong what they did and how they used you. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I do not know Nicholson's response, but yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
I doubt the studio said, "Hey, we gave to Robin Williams. Do you want to take it from him?"
Well, Lottie frickin' da.
I will say this: Jack Nicholson is a pretty fucking good Joker. He is.
Yeah, he is. He really
He's
is.
insane. Like,
yeah.
I still say Heath Ledger's kind of the gold standard at this point. But there's more of an insanity to Nicholson.
I really felt that Ledger was definitely channeling his inner Jack in this.
Yeah, possibly.
I don't know. Like in Dark Knight, he definitely was channeling Jack's performance. But he was also making it his own.
I'm certain he was inspired in a way, but...
Oh, he absolutely was. But I still think that Jack's is just the standard.
Jack's is really good.
Yeah.
I like how he has these huge plans, but he's also just fucking insane. We'll just fucking shoot somebody because fuck it.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's the Joker. Yeah. I mean, that's him cut and dry.
Bob? Gun. Going to need a minute or two alone, boys.
I do like the route they take in this with the makeup and poisoning it, because that is just a very much like a tactic that Joker would have used in those old detective comics. So that's just something that I really enjoyed, like them still kind of keeping to the beat of what Batman was, but still living in this dark world of Gotham and this setting. While the story and as well as the books have been moving forward, this film is still living in that present world of Batman.
Absolutely.
This universe is just, the Batman in general, the lore is just so vast and fascinating. It's fun to talk about. Oh, yeah. Because, Gotham, I've always had people I guess the big debate with me and my friends growing up was always, what do you think Gotham really is? Where do you think it really is? What do you think it's a stand-in for? A lot of my friends would always say it's New York. I've always thought of it to be either Pennsylvania or Chicago.
Yeah, I lean towards Chicago, or New York is an argument, and then Metropolis is kind of New York too,
but I've always seen Metropolis as Los Angeles.
Yeah, that could be Los Angeles.
So So in Batman vs. Superman, where it showed him across the little fucking river, what looked like the Hudson, I was like, hold the fuck on, Snyder.
Yeah, that was...
What?
Creative changes.
No.
Yeah, Gotham and Metropolis.
No.
Gotham's like a suburb of Metropolis. What the fuck?
No.
I'm so confused. Yeah. So...
Well, and I'm happy that this decided to take the dark route, because at the time and all throughout most of the 80s, this came out in 89. The only superheroes that, the Hollywood or the ongoing movie-going public has seen has been the Christopher Reeve Supermans, which have been on a big decline since the greatest Superman movie ever made, and that was 2.
I have to rewatch it, but... This was only 2 years after 4, which
canon films.
Yeah, we might have to do Appreciating Great Trash on that one at some point.
God, we have to put up with John Cryer.
It is a very much a movie that falls in that category.
Well, so does the one we talk about this week.
Yes. We'll get to it soon. But I love the look of Gotham in this movie. Tim Burton definitely has his visual aesthetic that he drives to. And this movie is coated with it, but it really works for the look of Gotham. It's just got this dark gothic look, and it's kind of perfect.
Yeah. I mean, even though it's 95% matte paintings, it's kind of perfect.
Well, that's the thing. The matte paintings even kind of work, because it just it's Tim Burton's style. So, you don't even notice the matte paintings as much as you really should if you really looked for them, because they are clearly there.
They are painfully obviously there, even in the setting, the standing street shots.
Yes, it's
but
it's part of his aesthetic, and he kind of sells it.
It's kind of that existing world within the frame. It's cool.
Another thing we gotta talk about: Michael Keaton fucking nails this movie. Oh my god.
Well, the thing I like the best about him as Bruce Wayne is he was very what's this little guy gonna do? He's nothing. He's completely unsuspecting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sorry, I was struggling.
Yeah, no, but I gotcha. He doesn't look like a superhero, and that you get the sense he's playing that to his benefit, because once he puts on that bat armor, fuck, it could be anybody under there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it is essentially armor in this movie, which I do appreciate.
All rubber.
Can't turn his neck, but it kind of works. It gives him a distinctive movement.
It does, and it does kind of help. Though I kept thinking, man, he must be so uncomfortable in that.
That is not a suit made for comfort.
I did feel like something was missing this viewing, though.
Yes.
I feel like I wasn't watching the movie appropriately. Like I needed my Warner Brothers hat and catalog.
Oh, did you get that at the beginning?
No, I did not.
I remember that at the beginning.
I actually looked it up. I actually looked it up on YouTube because midway through it, I was like, you know what? Something doesn't feel right about this.
I need to watch a VHS rip.
Hold it right there. Let's see if you're really ready to watch this movie. Okay, popcorn? Check. Soft drink? Check. Warner Brothers ball cap? Aha! You can't watch a Warner Brothers movie without a Warner Brothers ball cap.
Yeah, I need to watch this VHS rip of this commercial, as well as I still have my VHS of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with that Pizza Hut, with that baseball Pizza Hut ad.
That's a movie that came out a whole year later, I believe. A whole year.
1990. Yeah.
But I did want to add this. Michael Keaton, really feels like he's semi-insane in this movie. It's not. He's on
the brink of being unhinged.
What I like about his performance is you feel like he's maybe just a step off from just being the Joker. It doesn't feel like they're that far off, which is it's a nice contrast.
He's a bad day away, if you will.
You do get the sense there's a discipline to this Batman that Joker just doesn't have.
Well, I don't think they ever really established like how long he's been at being Batman. By this point.
They don't. He's just kind of there.
I mean, because he doesn't have the they don't get the bat signal until the end of the movie.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
but he still has.
Everybody knows who Batman is.
Yeah, he's still got the word of mouth, and not only that, at that party at his mansion, where Robert Wuhl or Arliss, I can't think of the character's name in the movie. I'm just gonna, Arliss.
Yeah, Arliss. Okay.
Yeah, Arliss, where Arliss and Vicky Vale are talking, and he's filming them with these RCA hard video cassette recorders that can pick up crystal clear audio from all the way across the room. But why does he have one? What was it, 5 cameras on one mirror?
Well, what just the picture on the video too? It's damn, that's good quality pictures for video of that.
That is amazing quality.
That's Blu-ray quality there.
Holy, that is 38 mil, bro.
For security cameras.
God. Dude, where is your Radio Shack?
Yeah, and I like how you can zoom in on Commissioner Gordon telling the cop something and hear exactly that conversation.
That audio.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
That audio.
I mean, I thought my phone did a pretty good job isolating audio during the convention last fall, but shit, nothing compared to this. God damn.
I mean, that's impressive either way, but jeez.
I didn't.
And in 1989 too. Well, in reality, probably let's say 87, 88, when they were probably filming.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I would say if I threw complaints to this, I feel like I would have liked a bit more Batman. I feel like we get a good amount of Batman, but I could definitely deal with more.
I'm just happy that he didn't have shitty one-liners.
That's true.
I mean, there was a few.
Yeah.
But they were all Joker, and not bad. I'd expect him from the Joker.
Yeah. Well, I think Keaton's delivery works well too, Because if he has a low one-liner, he's going to deliver it just straight. Just not a hint in him at all.
Not quite deadpan, but straight.
Yeah, and it works. I'll go ahead and say it. Keaton is my favorite Batman. It's one of those things, like I did that video, and technically, if you really twist my arm objectively, I give it to Bale just because he has the better stories. But Keaton is really my favorite. Live action. Of course, we go animated. It's got to go to Kevin Conroy.
Conroy.
But live action.
You knew that was coming. You knew that was coming.
Kevin Conroy is unreal.
You just saw me reach it when you said that's my favorite Batman. Like,
well, that's why I had to hedge it with live action because Kevin Conroy is
Hold on. Overall mood setting Batman just by sound of voice alone. Oh, Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, God, his voice is perfect.
I read comic strips. I hear his voice.
Yeah, and that would make sense because that voice was perfect. Like his Bruce Wayne and Batman voice are perfect.
I mean, actually, all of the characters I'd say from the animated series, which also heavily went off this for inspiration, like this film in particular.
Yeah, it was the success of this film that largely spawned that animated series.
Yeah, which spawned like the greatest animated series ever.
Yeah.
Ever to hit the airwaves regarding like comic books.
God.
I'd say that this is better than the X-Men series. And I'll die alone on that hill if I have to.
No, I would actually agree because I love the X-Men series, but this is
I do too, but Batman the Animated Series. And I mean, I'm working my way right now through the X-Men series. I've already worked my way through the old Spider-Man series and like the Captain and Iron Man ones. But I'm starting like the X-Men one now. And I mean, Spider-Man had a lot of great ones, but overall, the thing I remember the most with like this Batman the Animated Series is rewatching them as an adult, and the story themes that they hit are really heavy for kids.
Oh, yeah. That's
like really fucking heavy. Like I remember watching it going, good God, my parents let me watch this when I was a kid?
Well, yeah,
what the hell?
You can watch the Batman animated series as an adult because it doesn't feel like it's designed for kids. Yes, I remember as a kid really enjoying it.
Really enjoying the hell out of it.
Yeah, it's not really designed as a kid's show. It's just designed as like an animated show.
It's just an animated Batman show.
That was really kind of I feel like that was the beginning of DC's kind of animation domination. Yeah, because goddamn,
if you will,
DC's animate division is arguably
knocking it out of the fucking
with
park.
The exception of like Pixar or Disney, probably the best animation studio out there.
Yeah, hands down.
They do some insanely good stuff, and that's largely inspired from this movie. Probably another thing I'd probably throw at is Vicky Vale finding out that Bruce is Batman. I feel like that is such a
just
missing
by casually
scene.
walking into the Batcave.
I feel like there's a scene missing. Something's cut, and it couldn't have been a long.
There
scene.
is. We see a little snippet of it where Bruce looks at Alfred like the fuck, and just the fuck.
And there's no. It just kind of she's there and she knows and.
Oh, okay. And now it's all right. Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of better ways to handle that one.
Because they bang.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Oh no, that's Tim Burton wrapping up a story for you.
I also feel like one of the things I do feel like in this movie is that he's way more interested in the Joker than he is in Batman.
Yeah.
It's just like that is disappointing too, because Keaton is so good, and Nicholson's good too. Well,
he seemed a little more interested in like Joker and or Penguin and Catwoman in the next one.
Yeah, we'll get to that. That'll probably have to be on the plate next week. I didn't think about that, but yes, that'd be the next one up. But I think that's about it for all my thoughts. Oh yeah, we do get that weird Eckhart, who is essentially feels like a Harvey Bullock stand-in, but of course he's dead, and he's way more corrupt than Harvey Bullock. Way more.
Yeah, I mean he totally should have just been Harvey Bullock. Anytime I watch it, I go, oh, Harvey Bullock. Oh, that's right. It's not Harvey Bullock, but it's Harvey Bullock.
Like the more corrupt Harvey Bullock, the more shitty. Like, we're going to take Harvey Bullock, but make him super fucking shitty and kill him off.
I'd still say they did a great job depicting him in Gotham.
I've only seen the first season. That being said, was it Donald Loge who plays him? He's really fucking good.
Dude, I knew he was Bullock, like, first time, like, they showed him, like, in the background. I went, oh, well, this guy being super loud, smoking a cigar at his desk, that's clearly Bullock. And they introduced, like, hey, you're with Bullock. And I went, awesome. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he's good in most anything, but yeah, him as Bullock was, like, perfect.
It was.
Are we ready for great?
That show, however...
Yeah, like I said, I didn't see it past the first season because,
Yeah, it had a few more good ones after that.
I'm sure there
Not
was,
much, but a few. A few.
But are we ready for great trash?
Oh, yes.
Morons from Outer Space. This is a movie that was made. I don't really know how, but was definitely, it exists and it's a thing.
What I have is sometimes there comes a film that you know exactly what you're getting just by title alone.
Well, yes.
Morons from Outer Space. It's this is a 1985 sci-fi comedy. Yeah. This is kind of a weird one.
Yeah.
It's like these aliens, about 4 of them, but they look exactly like humans. They're from
they essentially
planet
say
Earth.
They're humans.
They essentially say they're humans, but they're from a different Earth. Or planet that's very similar to Earth, but not
The
Earth.
species has pretty much evolved identical to humans, so they are human.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're aliens.
And they speak English.
So, I mean...
that helps, too.
And yes, the Queens. The Queen's English.
Yes.
Yeah, this movie is just really bizarre. It starts with these aliens that are out on a joyride for their vacation. They stop at a refueling station. And while they're there, one of them hold on, I have my notes here. The group before, there's Bernard, Sandra, Desmond, and Julian.
Julian is the one I would come up with.
Yeah, Julian.
Bernard is played by Mel Smith, who is probably best known for his role from Princess Bride as the albino.
Yeah.
I think that's the only one I recognized.
No, I recognized somebody else in there, but it was someone who appeared later in the movie. Miriam Marigold. She played one of the doctors. Miriam Marigold. She was in Harry Potter.
Oh, okay.
One of the actresses in Harry. Well, I think she was a teacher.
Oh,
in Harry
God,
Potter.
yeah. Like IMDb has her more modern picture, and yes, I believe she was the plants teacher, herbology.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I did not recognize her in this movie, though.
So, yeah, these aliens, at some point, they get into like a kind of a pissy contest or like a challenge. You're like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, yeah? And they pull away from the refueling station and crash in California. They crash in California.
No, they're in the UK.
No, they crash in England. They crash in the UK.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, they crash in the UK. While Bernard was out, like, washing the window, or he was playing with the ball, and he got left afloat.
Yeah, there's some weird stuff that happens to him.
Yeah, first he gets picked up by some zombie trucker.
It looks like a Grim Reaper in space.
And then he asks Bernard, "Are you the female of the species?"
Mm-hmm. As he
puts his hand
on his thigh.
He says, "No, I'm the male." And he's like, "Oh, shit." shit. And then he ejects him.
It's like, holy shit.
Oh my God. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah.
When that part came on, I was like, oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah?
Well, Bob's going to be surprised about that.
No, it's yeah, sure.
It was about 3 a.m. when I was watching it, so I was like, yep, well, not going to let him know. Too late.
Well, I was watching it last night after work, so yeah.
It was just more of a, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where it's like, oh, okay, so the Grim Reaper hitchhiking dude, he just likes to get rapey with the people he picks up, I guess.
I guess, I guess what he takes for travel.
Yeah, I guess.
He's not a fan of, grass or cash.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Oh,
that's not right.
No, it's not. But, this is a weird movie.
Yeah, the three, Desmond, Julian, and Sandra, they crash on the, I guess the equivalent of a interstate highway in England.
N1
I forget. They kept
M1
calling it
something like that.
The M1, yeah. They crash on the M1.
I think I want to call it the N1 because of Boba Fett.
Yeah. We'll get there, though. But, they crash on the M1 and start getting investigated by, scientists and everything. Meanwhile, we see a intern at a news station he gets left at the news station while everyone went out for lunch or to go to the bar and just get hammered. They say, hell, if the world ends, it's like, you handle it. You'll be fine. This crashes while he's all there. He leaves a note. Hey, aliens crashed the M1. I'm taking a camera to go report. Somehow this rookie intern ends up being attached with the aliens.
Yeah.
Or connected immediately with them. They don't really explain how that happens. It just sort of just evolves and happens.
That's what the script says.
Plot armor. They after enough of the tests on the aliens, they get Sandra to sing, and it really hypnotizes everyone. So then they have a singing career, and they record albums. Yes. People, it sounds like I'm just making this up as I'm going along, but I am not even kidding that this is exactly how the plot progresses.
Meanwhile,
this is exactly the same pace that it progresses. Yes, Bernard, he has a subplot.
He crash lands. I believe he crash lands in Colorado. Things don't go well for him.
He mistakes a trash can for a god.
Yes. And then,
I was waiting for a bear to maul him.
Yeah. It's like a billboard for a trash can. It's supposed to trash can think it's
and then
just
he
a
thinks
person.
It's the ruler of It's a ruler of Earth, and it's like, oh, this could have been taken as a commentary on either win. When did this come out? 1985?
Yes.
Ah! Take that, Reagan.
Burn on Reagan. Yes, we firmly believe in our burns on Reagan on this podcast. We believe they're very important to burn the president from 40 years ago. Yes, before we get trapped on
Bernard,
that one.
Yeah, Bernard embracing the the trash king god.
I'm not gonna lie, I blinked out a little bit towards the last third of this movie. I remember the same career.
Oh, the rock concert in New York.
Yeah, no, I got to the rock concert. Maybe I don't. I remember Bernard was committing suicide.
Yeah, he tried to.
Why was he? I missed why.
Well, I think he went backstage to try and reconnect with his alien friends, and they rejected him.
Oh, that's right. Was that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's right.
And this movie kind of ends in the middle of their concert.
Yeah, I don't think I actually missed anything. I don't think.
Yeah, the collection agency from who they rented their first spaceship that crashed said, "Hey, this was supposed to be returned 6 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we crashed it. Oh, well, you better come with us then." Okay.
Yeah,
and they just get on a ship.
They go away, but Bernard gets left behind. He's stuck to look up as they fly off.
And that guy who got stuck with them, that intern
that made them a huge
he became
star.
Like their man. Yeah, he became like a huge manager for them, and like got them superstardom. He ends up helping Bernard, and they start to. He makes Bernard super rich and famous.
Yeah, it seems like Bernard,
maybe he won't.
Who thinks he's just got fucked, is probably on the best path.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that is Morons from Outer Space.
It is a movie that exists.
It happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
This movie's bad.
Yeah.
This movie's bad. Like, oh my god, this is painful.
It's like a lot of the stuff where they're dumb. Like, there's the obvious misspelling stuff and stuff like that. I remember the beginning where like the dumb things that were happened to him were just seemed to be like little like accidents or something. Like the trash can dumped on his head. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, or like a lot of it just seemed like the differences and just like like you said, common things like misspellings or things. Yeah. It's kind of like no, not really. I mean, but
it's also like the misspellings are almost also something where it's like, they could just spell it that way on their planet. It is a different planet.
Yeah, it is. It can't all be exactly the same.
It'd be interesting if it was, but I doubt it.
It'd be fascinating, to say the least.
What was the name of the planet? Blob?
Yeah, Flob.
Okay. It's deep. It's very deep. So, yeah. I don't know if I have a whole lot to say about her, and then I saw it. I sat through it. I thought I missed something, but I don't think I did. I don't think.
Oh no, you didn't miss anything, man.
And I'll be honest. There was a couple moments when I chuckled. Not a lot, but there was the moments.
Yeah.
There was.
I mean, we had to bring back some form of deep hurting. Like, we had to. It's been a while since we watched one that was painful.
Yeah, yes. The great trash.
Oh, what was the last one that we watched that was painful for both of us?
Geez, I'd have to go back. Let me look into that.
Because it certainly wasn't a Monster from Prehistoric Planet.
No.
Because that one was enjoyable.
Like most of them are just bad, but kind of like, I can get some fun out of this. Well, I mean, Hudson Hawk was the same way. It's bad, but there's
it's
fun.
bad.
There's fun.
There is fun.
Abrax was fun.
I guess
actually, I guess Abraxas, yeah. That was a mix between fun and bad.
I think that was the episode I told you that Kevin from The Office always sounds like Jesse Ventura to me.
God.
Like, anytime I hear Kevin speak, I just go, is that the body?
Slipstream was another one that was kind of hit and miss.
Yeah, Slipstream was definitely hit and miss. Like, it was cool to see Hamill and Paxton on the screen together, but a lot of missed potential.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if one really qualifies.
I think this would be the first
bad one where it's like, this is bad.
This is just fucking bad. Like, it's hard to find anything fun about this one.
Yeah,
because the first few that we did is like we covered just like Mystery Science Theater stuff, and then we branched out to like do like our own different picks. We just played it safe for so long. With those.
But now, I've seen worse.
I have too.
But, I don't see myself ever returning to this one.
I mean, you're also. I'm also the type of guy who sees the fact like, oh hey, did you know that they made 9 Evil Bond movies? I gotta see them.
No, I can get that way too. Especially if I see one of them. It's like, fuck, now I have to watch the whole
I've
franchise.
Seen one. And I've known of another one in this series. I know they made Evil Bond 1 and Evil Bond 2. I also know they made Evil Bond versus Gingerbread Man.
Oh, God.
You know, Gingerbread Man, that one with Gary Busey as the Gingerbread Man.
Was it called Gingerbread Man, or was it something like...
It was called Gingerbread Man. I thought it was
maybe like Ginger Killer or something. God, I thought it was like a variant.
I don't know.
Yeah. It might have just been Gingerbread Man. God. Gary Busey.
Gary Busey, yeah.
I will say this is part of what the podcast is for. Forced me to go out and watch movies I wouldn't normally watch. This definitely qualifies.
Okay. Superb.
Do we want to talk about some Boba Fett?
Yeah.
Boba Fett.
Yeah.
So, this series was a whole lot of setup to what I have to admit was a fucking awesome finale.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of liked having that Rancor King Kong.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Kind of fucking magical.
That Rancor tearing up the towns. Oh, just climb the tower. Really, it was totally inspired by King Kong, and yeah, that was awesome.
It had a lot of moments where I was watching it, and you know, it would be one of the bad guys would be up against our heroes, and they would do a slight attack, and you know, like the hero or Rancor would look at it, and we'd get a reaction shot. There was a lot of those, and at that moment, he knew he fucked up moments. And I enjoy that in these type of movies or shows. I enjoy seeing that moment of like, yep, yeah, you did. You fucked up.
Well, I do feel like this could get overrun by episode 6, because that just practically the whole series happens in episode, not 6, but 7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, let's hit on episode 6 a little bit, because there is some stuff to say there, because we get the reintroduction of Grogu.
Yeah.
And we
the full reintroduction to him.
We get a brief cameo from Boba Fett. I'm kind of
an honorable mention.
Yeah, I'm kind of amazed how much episodes 5 and 6 have so little Boba Fett in them. He gets a cameo over those 2 episodes.
Yeah, I kind of thought that was a rather ballsy move.
It felt like we were getting the first 2 episodes of the next Mandalorian season hidden in this series.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking, like, did somebody at Disney fuck up?
I don't know.
Like, did somebody at Disney fuck up and, like, upload the wrong thing?
Yeah, well, I especially was thinking that when we were, like, maybe, like, halfway through episode 5, I was like, are we supposed to be watching this now?
Yeah, is this a leak? Is this like an official leak?
Oh, shit. You know, this is supposed to be the Mandalorian season premiere, but we accidentally put it here. We're just going to roll with it.
This is why we're going to stress the importance of labeling your files. Labeling your files.
But, episode 5, we get to see more of Luke. And Luke kind of annoyed me.
Yeah, he was a little unsettling.
Mando makes that armor for him, for Grogu, and he gives it to him, and, you know, fucking cool. And Luke makes Grogu choose between the lightsaber and the armor, which I thought was kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Now, I have a friend at work who said he did that because he knew Grogu just wanted to go back to Mando, so he's giving him an out. Okay, sure. I don't know why he had to do it that way, though. I really don't. What if Grogu wants to go back? Is he not going to allow him back? I feel like this is Luke kind of falling back on the old rules of the Jedi without properly, remaking it. Like, one of the things he really needed to do, and I don't think it really seems like, especially looking at the sequel trilogy, he really didn't remake the Jedi into something a bit more modern. It just seemed like he was falling back on the Jedi old ways, which those ways fell, dude.
Well, if you think about it, we kind of already knew what would happen with that, because he had said that, Ben Solo was his first student.
Did he say it was his first? It's been a while since I've seen those.
I believe he did. He
might have.
So that would have been also proving that, Grogu never stayed, or he never got the training.
That would have been a huge gap, but I guess it's possible.
Yeah, absolutely would have. I mean, this is what? Like
5 years after Return of the Jedi. So
5 years after Return of the Jedi, yeah.
And Force Awakens is what, 30 years after?
30 or 40 years, something like that.
We do get Ahsoka in this episode, but she's very supporting.
She's just there.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is. And it's like, okay, cool.
Rosario's like, I still got a check, right?
I'm getting paid for this, right?
Out.
Okay, I'm cool.
Peace. I'm going to go film with Kevin Smith and rub it in his face. I was in Star Wars.
Shut up, Rosario.
I'll write more embarrassing stuff about you. Nah, I'm just kidding.
I'll give you a few. I'm gonna write for you a couple more ass to mouth scenes.
More mayo in your cooch jokes.
So yeah, episode Sky. I want to say 5, 6. We also get the return. God, we get lots of Mandalorian characters in this. We get the return of Cobb Vanth, who was the sheriff who had Boba Fett's armor at the beginning of
Timothy Olyphant.
Yeah, Timothy Olyphant.
You mean Mickey from Scream 2?
Mickey. Well, everybody truly knows him from
Mickey, the best killer in the Scream franchise.
Oh yeah, by like a mile. Fuck Billy. I mean, fuck Stu.
Well, I mean, Stu went out like a chump, and he was a patsy from day one. We've agreed on that.
Yes. But yeah, he's back, and Mando goes to make a deal with him to help Boba, following the episode 5 where Fennec Shand, goes to Mandalorian to ask him to help Boba, and he says sure. So he's getting Timothy Olyphant's help. And essentially,
just to be a Billy badass.
Yeah, he's okay with it. The bartender of the town is not. But I really like how that plays into episode 7. So that really kind of works, having that dynamic. Because what ends up happening is after Mando leaves, Timothy Olyphant, Mickey, he gets confronted by Cod Bane. Is that his name? The blue guy, the blue creepy guy. Who I guess...
Yeah, I think it is Cobb Maine. Yeah, he's kind of like definitely an inspiration from a lot of old westerns. Like Good, Bad, the Ugly and stuff like that.
To my understanding, he's in a lot of, I don't know what, probably Clone Wars or Rebels. He's a big part of. But yeah, he is creepy. And yeah, it's very much a western style character, which works well, especially in a place like Tatooine. That place is built for old western gunfights.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just give it a beautiful wide-angle lens on that.
But he confronts Vanth. He says, don't go help him. And Mickey's like, no. And they end up in a gunfight. And it's actually, you end up not 100% sure if Mickey survives that. And God, I keep on calling him Mickey. I cannot think of the character's name. I can Cobb Vanth and... What's the other guy? Cod Bane? You actually have 2 characters named Cod in this? I guess it's Cobb and
Well, I mean,
Cod.
anything worth doing is probably worth doing, right?
Guess.
You know?
But, yeah, so we're not sure if he survives. So Mando had a deal where this town's going to help him, but the guy who made the deal is no longer out there. No longer.
Okay, yeah.
So, and that's when things start going wrong for Boba. It's the end of this episode or the beginning of the next one where Jennifer Beals gets blown up in her place.
I think it's before.
Okay, but I will say, I assumed she'd have a bigger role than that. I thought she'd play some sort of role, but nope. She seems pretty blown up.
She seems very dead.
And while we're on fairly famous actors who kind of got underplayed in this series, were you expecting Danny Trejo to come back? Because I know I was.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I was expecting some sort of villain role for him or something, but I assumed he would have something else going on.
I expected him to be like working for Boba at his like palace, like tending to the Rancor or something like that.
So he literally has one episode this entire season. He's just the Rancor guy. Apparently, he and Boba did work together because Boba's riding that Rancor.
Yeah. I mean, he was riding it like a G.
Apparently, he learns that while we're focused on the Mando parts of the series.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, man. Anything can happen during the cutaway.
Yeah, apparently. But let's see. I think that kind of covers a lot of the big stuff I wanted to bring up for episode 6.
Before the reunion?
Yeah, before episode 7, where just everything goes to hell. Oh my god.
Well, after we get everybody that we've met from both series, pretty much all together in the same spot at the same time, when every possible thing could go right, it all goes to shit.
Those 2 green guys who work with, who essentially were like bodyguards for Boba Fett, they get killed off fairly quickly.
Yeah, the Gamorrean guards. I was like, no.
Yeah, no, I was like, oh god, this doesn't look good for them. Oh yeah, they're dead. Oh yeah.
No, they have a fighting chance, and then they did that far pano to over the ledge. Like, oh no, they fucked.
No, they're very fucked.
Oh well, they were meant to be there for that purpose. They served their
and then
the
Wookiee, who he has working with him, he gets ambushed hard.
I thought he was a goner.
What he got, I want to say at least, I want to say like a dozen guys maybe, Trandoshans going after him. Like, that's a tough Wookiee, but holy shit, man, that's a lot of Trandoshans.
Yeah, that really was. I am happy we did get a sweet payoff with him.
Yeah, because by some miracle he doesn't die. Oh my god!
And he comes back,
fucked
and he
up,
rips one in half.
But he survives.
Isn't this the one where he rips one in half?
It might be.
Yeah, I think he rips one in half, or rips an arm off one of the guys later. It's I remember the payoff being just very nice. I watched these two, and then I watched Morons, so I'm kind of hazy on Boba.
Well, it's actually been almost a week since I watched these, because I went ahead and watched them because it was out, and I was like, well, might as well avoid spoilers and just watch them now.
Yeah, I knew we would.
And I was thinking about rewatching them, but never came up.
Yeah.
But yeah, God. So, like, essentially the big final, like, it looks really bad for Boba, and then the bartender from the town with Cobb Van comes with the citizens, and it's like, we made a deal. We're going to do this with you. We're going to...
You killed the sheriff.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there's that too.
We're gonna kill the fuck out of you.
And there was the deal. Boba said, we're gonna get the spice out of here. And they're like, we will sign up for that. We are on board for that one. That's tearing apart our town.
I also really like that scene at the end where his number one went into that room and just assassinated all of those bosses.
Yes. Oh my god. Finnick
and hung the mayor.
Finnick is a badass. Like, she kind of disappears, and then you get this room with all the masterminds behind all the crap going on. And you just see them one by one fall down. Something I did want to bring up was we kind of get a return of like a remodeled droid from the prequels, those shield droids. We kind of get like an upgrade return of those guys, and holy crap, those guys were beast.
Yeah, those like giant mechs.
Yeah. It took a lot to take those down. It was one at a time, too.
Yeah, that was kind of almost like you gotta be fucking kidding me, really. And I was kind of more surprised it took Mando that long to remember he had that fucking sword with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Darksaber, God.
But, I mean, they did have to... he and Boba definitely had to get creative, and I really enjoyed watching the two of them work in tandem with each other.
Yeah.
That was cool.
And Grogu
that was
got
really cool.
A couple licks in against it, too. That little guy,
I honestly
not
expected a
little.
You know, I was waiting for him to, like, open up his little cloak and a little saber fly out.
Oh, that would be epic.
I would have been like... Oh, look at that! I think we forgot to mention how he first arrived to Tatooine.
Oh, well,
He arrives in Luke's X-Wing.
Yeah, Luke's X-Wing. Does R2 fly him?
R2-D2.
Yeah,
I think R2 does fly.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean,
or he just put R2 in.
Yeah,
put himself in and took off.
Nice.
Now it makes me think. Do you think? Now I know that R2, or probably Luke, told R2 to send him there and to drop him off with him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Luke gave him those instructions, but I mean, I also might think, why didn't Luke come?
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. Like Luke, the little bit we saw of Luke, he felt like kind of a dick, but he felt kind of stilted in a lot of his performance too.
Yeah,
it was not, and it's more than just him being largely computer animated, because I've seen computer animated people who flow a lot better than that. I'm not sure what to think of it, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not too certain, not myself.
I'm not sure. If they want to keep on having Luke appear, I definitely want them to improve upon it. Because I actually felt... Oh, go ahead.
Something small that I noticed that kind of was distracting to me, and this is just kind of me nitpicking it, and I will own up to it, me being nitpicky, was his hair. Now, it's not how it looked or anything, it was just more the style of it. It wasn't exactly that type of almost lawn bowl cut that he had in Jedi. Mm-hmm. It just seemed a little shorter to me, or it seemed off. Yeah. But it could have just been to my memory, and, also me trying not to look at it through nostalgia glasses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely feel like it doesn't feel like Luke.
No, it didn't. And I mean, even if it's a Luke kind of trying to move forward with the lessons he's learned from Jedi. Yeah. And onward, because I mean, I'm sure that he's still at least getting some sort of visits. Yeah. To or from Obi-Wan. Yeah, or even from Yoda. Yeah. Or even Anakin at this point.
Maybe, yeah. That'd be cool.
And I mean, he could still be learning more through and of the Force. Still, I mean, is he great at the rank of master? I don't know.
No, but
well, if he's the only one.
Yeah, I mean, by default.
By default, yeah. Asterisk.
Well, Homer, I guess you're the winner by default. Default! Woohoo! The two sweetest words in the English language.
It really felt like a stilted performance, and it's probably partially because it's computer animated. And one thing I also want to stress is that, Mark Hamill's a really good actor. Lots of people don't really talk about it, but he is fucking good. And even in those, with the exception of maybe some of the line delivery in New Hope, or definitely the holiday special, outside of that, his performance as Luke.
Well, he was on Painkillers
really
for the holiday special.
They were all on something for the holiday special, I think.
No. Luke was recovering from the
car crash.
I think it was
a car crash.
So he was on Painkillers for.
Because I know he had a facial surgery, which is why at the beginning of Empire they have that thing bop him in the face. To kind of
that's why he's in bandages for the first bit of his stuff.
Yeah. But I just want to say Mark Hamill's a great actor. He's fairly underrated. Lots of people just think of him as Luke, and honestly, he was great as Luke, but he's, if you look through a lot of his stuff, he has lots of great roles, and God.
He does.
Great Joker, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Again, another voice. Yeah. That, if I'm reading a strip where it's Joker, I hear Mark Hamill's voice.
So do I have to admit.
I ironically hear him for Hobgoblin for some weird reason I've never been able to place.
It's almost like he voiced him in the animated series. Isn't that?
He did.
Great series.
Great series.
I would say better than Boba Fett, but Boba Fett's good. It's no Mando. It was a lot of build up for what I just have to admit, great goddamn payoff. Really good final episode. Really good.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of saw it all coming. Mm-hmm. And, of course, I'm, Mr. the pale blue stranger.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name, but I'm just going to call him that.
Yeah.
Of course, he would have been like the main antagonist through all of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I think it was great, but I don't know. I don't know how well the reception was for him being the bad guy, in the sense of like they're accepting what's canon and what's not canon now these days. I'm surprised that they're going this route, and it makes me think if they're going this route, it kind of gives me a little hope for Shadows of the Empire.
No, maybe. Man.
It's just giving me a little more hope for it. But if they do it, I just hope that they do it right.
I would like them to come up with some reason why Dash Rendar is gone besides, he hit an asteroid.
Yeah.
Just something.
I'd expect him being taken out by a Star Destroyer.
Or maybe
at this point,
maybe do something else with him. Maybe have him go undercover and then he pops up later. Jesus.
Like maybe he's been supplying the rebels with guns this whole fucking time.
Hey, sure.
Yeah, like he is a smuggler.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's play into that.
Yeah. That'd be my biggest issue with Shadows of the Empire, because other than that, it's actually a really cool story. It's been
like, how are you going to make a Han? Well, I mean, you also can't have a Han Solo clone walking around once Han Solo's out of carbonite. Not a clone. I mean, I think Dash Rendar kind of is like a copy.
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely the stand-in, but he's a cool character. He's not identical, which works.
Yeah, no, you can't have Han Solo. You can't have two Han Solos.
No.
Now, a Han Solo and an Indiana Jones.
Well, duh, you have to have that.
Maybe.
The duo movie we've always needed. and then Jack Ryan shows up. So what?
But it'd actually be Alec Baldwin, Jack Ryan.
Oh yeah, I'll really mess it up.
Well, I mean, there's like what? How many actors have played him now? There's John Krasinski who's playing him now.
Yeah, that's the series.
There's Chris Pine.
That's right. Chris Pine did it once. Affleck did it once. Ford did it twice, and then Alec Baldwin did it once.
Yeah, that's 5 actors who played that role now.
And I'm trying to remember if I count Krasinski.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I counted him first, yeah.
Lots of Jack Ryans.
That's 5 actors who played that role.
Yeah.
That's almost as many actors who have played James Bond.
God damn it. How many James Bonds are there? Aren't there like 7?
There's like Brosnan, Moore, Lazenby, Connery, Craig,
Dalton.
And Dalton.
So is there only 6?
And Peter Sellers.
David Niven actually played Bond in that one, not Peter Sellers.
I know.
Get it right. And totally not canon. Totally not.
Totally not canon, but I'd say it's a great Casino Royale, not as good as Casino Royale.
No.
Good movie, though.
Sure.
I liked it. I mean, the Daniel Craig one.
Well, yeah, the Daniel Craig one's great.
I just mostly liked it because there was a bunch of British actors I recognized from watching a few Guy Ritchie movies.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess, you have any final thoughts on Boba Fett? Because I think we're kind of
done wrapped with up very well.
Yeah, I like the wrap up.
I know in May, I believe we are looking forward to the Obi-Wan series.
Oh, is it coming that soon?
I believe May or March. I'm not sure.
Ooh.
I'm going to say May.
Yeah, I think we'd be seeing a lot more for it if it was March.
Or, just ghost release like they did Hawkeye.
Yeah, I know.
And then all the advertising for it everywhere after it had been out for like 2 months.
Yeah, May 25th for the first episode of Obi-Wan. We'll see if they postpone that, but... yes. According to IMDb, Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series starring Kumail Nanjiani. Let's get that so the camera can see it. The star of Obi-Wan. And if time permitting, we'll get Ewan McGregor in there.
Move it over a little.
Yeah, I know. I'm holding it for the podcast camera.
Oh, there we are. Yeah. I see. Ooh, hoo, hoo.
If time permitting, we'll get Ewan McGregor in there. Well, we gotta get Kumail Nanjiani and Hayden Christensen. They gotta get priority in that series.
They have to, yeah, because they have to be top billed for this.
That makes sense.
I mean, the Ewan's probably just doing this just for the fun of it, just to play swordsman again.
Oh, no, I really... Say what you will about the prequels. I got the sense Ewan McGregor enjoyed that.
Oh, I know for a fact he loved the hell out of that.
And, I feel like at first he was stilted, but by the time we got to the third one, he was so on board for this franchise.
Just like, yeah. I think that's where the clip from 3 of him just sitting in that spaceship, doing that. I think that's probably from 3.
Well, God, how many times has "hello there" been memed at this point? Hello there.
That is a great one.
Yeah.
I mean, that was definitely my favorite fight of his throughout that trilogy. Him and Grievous. That was badass.
That was good.
That was really good, especially where he tricked him to cut off his arm.
Him and Maul was good, though.
Him and Maul was good, yeah. That was good,
That's
too.
one thing you gotta give to prequels. Man, that fight
The duels were on point.
I can't think of the guy who did it, but I know.
Park.
Well, no, the actual guy who did the choreography for those movies.
Oh, okay.
So goddamn good. Goddamn, I'm gonna look him up. I can't just bring him up and not.
I almost want to say it was Ray Park. I thought he choreographed it too. Thought he was.
No, I remember seeing he was at the convention I went to in 2005. Nick Gillard. That's him.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, that's the guy we saw. No, he did a really good job. Those were some great looking fights. You can say...
No, they were.
You can say there's more emotion in the original series fights, and I would give you that point. But that being said, that's some great choreography. Those essentially dance fights he put together for those prequel movies are just fantastic on their own.
They were amazing.
So next week, Batman Returns, and we got 2 episodes of Peacemaker left.
Okay.
And then I have let's discuss it after we're done recording, but ideas for the third thing. But yeah, we'll definitely do Batman Returns and Peacemaker. Okay. Sound like a plan?
That sounds like a plan.
All right. So everybody have a good one. I want to go ahead and add some audio credits at the end here. The theme music you're hearing at the beginning and end of this podcast was written and performed by George Johnson, a very good friend of mine. And my current Patreons are Fel Martins, David Lara, and Lindsay Pankhurst. If you'd like to become a patron, go ahead and follow the link down below. Anything you can provide would be incredibly helpful to this channel. We're barely limping by right now. I'd love to make this my full-time job. I'm miles away from that right now. So any help you could provide, just $1 a month would be amazing. You know you want to. All your friends are doing it.